Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of F1 Talk. Sherif and Joe here, and we've got some rapid fire and really interesting news to share with you this week. And to start with, we are going to talk about the news that this insane German publication decided to post an AI generated conversation with Michael Schumacher. And before we get into it, before I forget, if you're new here, please definitely hit the subscribe button, like the video, throw a comment down below on what you think about this news, whether this was ethical or not, and join us in the discussion here, guys. But Joe, let's get into it. What do you think about this whole situation here, man?
I'm just gonna be straight up honest. Stupid.
Right? Like freaking insane.
Stupid because it's an AI. It's a computer generated script. Why did
Yeah,
people why do they use the computer generated script to the computer generated script is not presenting Michael Schumacher? Or
absolutely.
why do you use this content to do your reporting?
Dude, see, for me, like, I think I don't understand the logic of
Yeah,
how they got into this, right? They named the title, right, for the article was the first interview, comma, world sensation. In an era of clickbait, like that's
I guess
insane.
I guess the guy who did this, he just want views. He just want to be popular. That's all.
I don't know, but
Because
apparently this
because AI
publication's
is
been doing this for a
yeah,
while.
yeah, because AI is being very popular right now, and he just want to get into this trend and just you know get views and followers. Apparently, social media, it's all like that.
Dude, it's crazy.
It's
But
stupid.
really, when you like dig into the specifics of the article, right? You can actually see that they actually like got into talking, like the AI was having the conversation with them about the accident and how he has been recovering and dealing with life after the accident. How do you do this? How do you put this out there and claim that you are a respected journal?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
100%.
I don't
I
know about
just
you. I don't say I'm offended by things a lot of times, but this is offensive.
yeah.
Like
This
this
is
is downright
this
offensive.
is very offensive for human right.
Right.
Yeah, it's not your right to pursue somebody else's privacy. That's one.
It
And
completely abuse their privacy.
yeah, and secondly, it's not your right to use AI without it's not your right to use somebody else's scripted so called
Yeah, like to speak for you.
yeah to speak to represent somebody else to represent
Right.
the interviewee. So I
Dude,
just feel like they are damn stupid, man. They are it's
the real
just
question here is, and I'm curious about from you guys in the comments, if you guys think this is only the beginning, right? Like this is clearly like going down the rabbit hole of deep fakes and like faking. When are they going to do a deep fake interview one on one with Michael Schumacher and have like an actor stand in and completely change his face and like his body language and stuff like that? Like this was downright horrible,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
And
It's like
I
it feels it's like when you are interview someone
yeah,
but that someone is using the actor to represent
hmm,
him. That's what it feels like. It's like the actor
yeah,
doesn't represent whoever it is. The actor is just
no,
the actor, and
exactly,
he's not right to actually publish and claim that this is
and claim
the
that it's
actual.
real.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I don't know.
It's
I don't
crazy. I don't.
understand.
I I am offensive
Yeah,
to this type of action because this is human right and it's privacy and it's not what we want for
no,
Formula
not
One,
at
for
all.
motorsports,
And
for the world either. So
no,
whoever is
exactly.
doing
For the world, you know?
whoever is doing that kind of reporting and social media stuff, just stop, man. Just stop. You
Dude,
hear me? Just stop.
I really hope that Schumacher's family really succeed against these people because
Yeah,
apparently they're going to be taking legal action
yeah, they
and they're
should.
going to try and punish the hell out of these
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Uh, God bless them. I hope that
I hope they
they
win.
are successful
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
create a precedent
yeah,
that this is not acceptable out
yeah,
there in the world
yeah, yeah,
ever,
yeah, yeah.
Like dude, like who are we gonna have an interview with next? Senna, for God's sakes! Like, oh, he speaks to us from beyond the grave. Like, what the hell?
It's
Like
just AI.
it's
It's just computer. Don't
right.
believe in a computer. This even though
It,
AI is very true
it's
right
very
now, but
powerful, very
yeah,
like
but
capable. But
it's
Jesus,
not it's not in this type of situation.
no, no, this is perverse.
Yeah, yeah,
This is wrong.
yeah,
On every single level.
yeah.
Now, getting on to the next major piece of news, if you guys remember the cost cap issue of last year and all of the drama stirred up by Red Bull going over the cost cap, well, we're about to have part two.
Hey.
And on top of that, there are rumors coming, out of the mouths of Christian Horner and Helmut Marko from internal meetings that are saying that there may be upwards of 6 teams who are going over the cost cap and violating, this year, which is pretty damn significant if you think about it.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, it's I don't know, man. Horner and Christian Horner and Herbert Markle. It's like somebody bite him, they want to bite back.
No, this is very true, but I mean, this whole issue of the cost cap is a big one. And really, like, I think that it shows that, first of all, I think that the cost cap itself is kind of problematic because it's not taking into consideration inflationary costs.
Mhm.
If we're having more teams violating it this year versus last year, it shows that there is a significant challenge to keeping it. But more importantly than all of that, the the overriding issue is the top teams, the highest like grossing teams like Red Bull, Mercedes, etc., right? They can just put it into the budget and say, "Oh, well, okay, we're going to get fined an extra 7 million." Well, we have that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I feel
So,
like the rules of any rules in Formula One, it's not clear. There's a lot of gray areas, and this is one of them.
yeah,
Yeah,
it really is, and I'm really curious to see how this is all going to shake out. I know the CEO of Formula One has stated publicly that he's very concerned about this, and he is very concerned that it is a growing issue, actually. Uh, but what's to be done about it, really?
yeah. There's
You
not
know?
really you can do at this stage.
Yeah, it's such a big factor
It's
that it's an opportunity for abuse.
right.
And if you look at, for example, look at the performance that Red Bull has had over the last 2 years, right? It can be very clearly attributed to them spending extra money.
Yeah, yeah.
So if like you and I were saying, well, if that's the game that Red Bull is going to be playing, why aren't
Hey,
all the teams
yeah.
playing it?
That's why. That's
You
why
know?
I keep on saying. That's why we keep on saying that the rules of Formula One, the government body, it's not clear. They need to
Yeah.
make the punishment stricted, very
Hmm.
strict punishment and very strict rules. You can't just give like wide variety, wide like a cloud of, you know, like cloud of rules that there's a lot of
Right.
a lot of place that you can go in, and ultimately
Yeah.
that will cause what Red Bull is doing right now. But basically,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's
Well,
like
and
you say the best. If Red Bull can do it, why not other people? Why other teams can't? And
right.
then they ultimately, if that's the true about cost cap, they ultimately will keep that budget, that money for performance upgrade.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, and it's how are we going to how are
Yeah,
we
yeah.
going to
You
balance
can't
that?
balance the scales. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
You really can't ultimately balance the scales, and it will continue to be an issue.
yeah,
So, I
for sure.
mean, either they need to make realistic, and that's the thing, right? Everybody was talking about how there were inflationary costs associated with energy consumption, for like transporting and going from place to place, and that's the thing, right? Like, okay, well, if that is the game, then everybody can claim that
Yeah,
and transfer, the extra
extra money.
into developing a
It's
better aero package.
it's basically extra. It's like basically extra cash to
Right,
develop performance.
right.
Basically,
And then, okay, if the FIA doesn't have these very clear and hard penalties and harsh penalties,
yeah,
then okay, then I'll just factor it into my budget and
yeah.
call it a
When we are
day
saying
and keep on breaking the rules.
when we're saying harsh penalty, we mean harsh.
Yeah,
Example, like
like lose your
maybe
championship harsh.
yeah, lose your championship,
Yeah,
rewrite your championship harsh,
yeah,
penalties.
100%, one
Yeah,
hundred percent.
not just money penalty, you know,
Right,
actually
right,
losing
exactly.
something.
Like lose
Yeah,
your position in the field.
yeah, yeah,
Manufacturers championship,
yeah,
drivers
or
championship.
or
Like
lose 10 points or 100 points on your
right,
constructors.
exactly.
Yeah,
100%,
that kind of
100%.
penalties.
Right. And speaking of kind of like the theoretical advantages gained from cost cap spending, it seems that everybody has, cracked the advantage that Red Bull seems to have
Mhm.
developed over their vehicle and how they're getting more straightaway speed.
Yeah,
And it seems to have to do with how they're activating and how their rear wing section here is interacting in DRS mode,
yeah,
right? And so it seems to be that they have a distinctly unique shape. And when it activates, it actually stalls out their little B wing here,
mhm.
and they can gain, I believe, upwards of 8 kilometers an
Yeah,
hour
yeah,
on the
8 kilometers.
straightaway.
That's a lot.
It's
It's basic.
huge.
It's basically a second DRS win on their car.
Yeah, it's absolutely huge. And so this has become one of the major talking points actually recently
Really?
in discussing how Red Bull is gaining a unique advantage over the rest of the field. And, maybe this was developed during the cost cap
Maybe.
overspending,
Yeah.
maybe not. We're not sure. But
There's no way we
eight
can know.
kilometers, in the straightaways is massive,
The fact
massive speed.
the answer is everything. Like massive
Yeah,
speed, 8 kilometers gaining on the straightaway. It's huge for
it
Formula One
is.
car, and 8 kilometers can translate it into how many seconds?
Right, right. Well, clearly it's translating into 10
10
to 12
seconds.
seconds,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for
But
Verstappen.
again, we have to give them prop on that. Adrian Newey
Absolutely. Credit
designing a
where
great
credit's
car,
due. Yeah.
designing such a great car, such fast car. And I
Yeah.
feel like, again, like what you were saying, the budget cap, the performance update, like everything just kind of tied together. Don't you see?
Yeah. 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 Oh,
And it's
100%.
like if they don't have that wind tunnel testing, wind tunnel time, how can they design something so efficient and so fast
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
revolutionized? So everything
Exactly.
here it needs to be sorry, everything here needs to be taken into consideration of money and cost.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the name of the game in motorsports,
Yeah,
realistically.
yeah,
Beyond
and
having a capable car and a capable driver,
yeah,
I mean, we saw it in the past. Whoever can outspend generally wins.
yeah,
So the
yeah,
more development you have, and if you can recruit the better people, if you can, spend more money on developing
yeah,
technologies exactly like this,
yeah,
you have a significant advantage.
yeah.
And it's very clear, Red Bull has a significant advantage. And again, props to them. They figured out a way to achieve it,
They
But
figure out a way, a new solution for a new ground effect car, and
yeah, absolutely.
that's it.
Absolutely.
But how do they do that? We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
But
gonna put it there. We
we'll
don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, we don't know.
we're gonna dig into it more in the
Yeah.
future as more information comes out about it. But thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate you. We're gonna keep this rapid fire format going on in the future. But again, if you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're still trying to make the channel grow.
Help us, help
And
us, help you.
yes. And we will see you guys next week. And look out for more new videos from us coming out with different formats like race reactions and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
peace.
Peace. Bye bye.